Welcome back to the Internet Dropouts podcast. It's a bi-weekly podcast you can listen to on all your favourite platforms. I'm Campbell, and today our topic is going to be basically time travel and a story about time travel. But first, we're joined today with Jack Reed.
Hello.
Spencer.
So formal.
Joel.
Oh, hi.
Beth.
Hello.
And Jack Ganook.
Health is still wealth, and you can buy my audiobook today.
Okay.
How much is it?
I don't know why.
$69.99.
I don't know why I started recording that straight away. I started with my phone voice.
Your
I
phone.
mean, it sounded like we were like some formal, upper-class, organized podcast.
I know. It's as if
Hello,
we've actually got a
Welcome
plan.
back. Oh, today's
Hello
topic
and
is-
welcome. Nobody knows that on my screen right now.
That
Half of
sounded like
it's a
Pops.
Google Doc and half of it's
The
Amazon ice cubes, like the big ice cubes the size of tennis balls for whiskey.
No
but-
one knows I have my cock out.
We
you
do
don't.
because we can't see your cock. We can just
Well, I
see
mean, the
you.
audio listeners don't.
True. Everyone in the audio is does cock out.
It's tiny.
Anyway,
Right.
so
If you want to know if that's true, go to the YouTube.
Go to the OnlyFans homie.
Spencer is fully plugging the YouTube now. It's great.
I mean, we have YouTube,
Welcome.
we have Twitter, we have TikTok.
Talk tick.
Oh yeah, it might be on TikTok. Who knows?
Yeah.
What, Jack's penis on TikTok confirmed?
Yes, please.
No, I don't think so. Let's get on with the
I want
topic.
to see that.
Let's go on with the topic. So, I recently stumbled across a story that has boggled me, and I've got so many different viewpoints on it at the same time, and I want to hear your guys' opinion. So I thought I'd best leave it for a podcast. So
I have an
basically,
opinion.
No faults. No. Let
You're
him
not
say his
entitled
You know,
to
first.
an
Fox
opinion,
says
yeah.
boggle.
Poggle?
Sorry.
Thought it's Peggle.
I said it's boggled, not poggled. You fucking tool.
I said boggled. You fucking tool.
Anyway, Joel, stop laughing.
No, I hurt my teeth because I couldn't.
Well, maybe
my
don't
Red
open
Bull.
a can of Red Bull with your fucking mouth.
I did it.
Right, so the story that has been confusing me for the past God knows how fucking long, it's the story of a guy called John Teeter or Titer or Titter or whatever. So basically, allegedly, this is a guy that has travelled back in time to save the internet.
Bullshit.
So this guy is allegedly from the year 2034, and he basically come back in time because there was a war, there was an EMP that set off and all the computer systems went down, and he had to go back in time to get an older 32-bit computer system. There is context behind that, but he had to get a 32-bit old computer system. Specifically, it was an IBM 5100.
What the hell is a 32-bit computer system?
It's one
I'm
that's-
confused.
It's one that's not 64-bit. So,
Basically,
what the
like
fuck
my
does
old
that
computer.
mean?
what it means is
me
it
another number.
God, we've got so many questions. So a 32-bit computer system can only store numbers up to a certain value. That value is 2,134,500. Don't hold on, I'm guessing now.
It's not 32. That's a shame. I wish it was 32 because then it would make sense why it's called a 32-bit.
No. So the maximum value is 2,147,483,647. Joe,
What does that mean? How does that affect the computer?
I'll tell you
Why
in a
does
Shut
it
up,
sec.
matter
Jack. It's
how
my
many-
turn.
Joe,
What's an EMP?
an electromagnetic pulse.
That's the guy from Siege called Thatcher.
Shut up.
So
These fucking video game references.
anyway, there's a thing called Unix time. So does everybody know what Unix time is?
Isn't
No.
that like the time that every computer has that continuously counts up and every single computer has the same number?
Correct.
He just googled it. He's cheating.
So
It's
you
like
know-
a really long number, which is like from the start of time.
no,
so every
it's
single
not.
computer in seconds.
That's the thing. It's not from the start of time. Do you know when it's? Does anybody know when it's from?
1970.
Yes, it is. It's so Unix time is how many seconds have passed since the 1st of January 1970, and that's
why
how
whenever you take
computers
Why?
tell the time.
That's why when you take a picture and if it doesn't have a date on your iPhone, it will say it was taken in 1970.
Exactly. Now, do you know?
Homie, I wasn't even born.
Neither was I. Don't worry about it.
I
I'm
wasn't
not
either.
sure about that one.
Are you sure, Campbell?
I think you might have been born.
Sharp. So, he is from 2034. So he's had this electromagnetic pulse, blah blah blah, and he needs to find a 32-bit computer system, specifically the IBM 5100. Basically, the 32-bit time. The whole point about it being Unix time is stored in a 32-bit integer, it's called.
Okay.
But you can only store that 2 billion, blah, 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 whatever number of seconds. So that actually runs out on the 19th of January, 2038. So it's actually a problem that's coming up fairly soon. And it's at 3 in the morning.
Everyone's going to fucking die.
See, the thing is, do any of you, well, none of you will remember the Y2K problem.
The year when they went when we went from 1999 to 2000, when everyone thought computers were going to kill
Exactly.
themselves.
Everyone
because they
thought the
didn't
world
know
was
how
going to end.
Because computers wouldn't know how to compute the word 2000.
And then, funny enough, as soon as it ticked over, everything was fine.
The world didn't end.
The world didn't end. So, that's going to happen then, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so, there used to be this thing called Coast to Coast on US TV. Not US TV, it was a radio show. A paranormal themed radio show.
Wave after wave.
Okay.
Slowly drifting.
So, the host of the show got a fax. Yes, I know.
Fax
So,
like a fax machine.
I'm gonna...
like,
Yeah.
how do faxes work? Sorry, a bit of a side topic. How the fuck do you fax an image?
So,
You basically. Oh.
It's like a phone number, so you send it from like machine to machine.
yeah. It's basically
like, how
like
does it
sending an image over
work?
dial-up.
Yeah.
But why
Well-
can't I phone call someone with an image? Like, for real.
What?
They have screens. Can't I phone call someone
Because
with
you
an
can't
image?
you can't talk to someone through a fax.
Yeah, you can.
You can't.
You can
Yeah,
talk
you
to them
can.
through
You
a
just
fax
send
machine.
them files.
You can talk to somebody through a fax machine because it has a handset on it, and you can dial the number
So is a
and do
fax like a text message?
yes. With
So
the
fax is the
paper.
original text messages.
fax is, or for long facsimile.
It's basic.
It was the
It's
original.
basically like you know
text
when you
message.
photocopy a piece of paper.
I reckon someone faxed their cock to someone and that was
Okay.
sexting back in.
Sending a dick pic through fax.
That was on Borat.
I mean, it was. Fax is still used today for a lot of things.
What?
Surprisingly.
What?
Medical records. They fax your prescription to the pharmacist a lot of the times. And like,
Dog.
I know at my work they use them still. Don't know why, but we just get told to fix them every now and again.
Yeah, but you're Scottish.
That's
Yeah,
true.
you are Scottish. You are
Still
about
live in
a
the
decade
dark age.
behind.
Anyway, so I will read this fax. It's kind of long, but it's not too long. And it gets
It's not
quite
it's not a dick
scientific.
pic, is it?
It gets quite scientific, so I think Spencer will quite like it.
Fuck off. I don't like science. I just do it.
So okay, this fax was sent on the 29th of July 1998, which was I would have been just over a month old. For
My mouth,
context.
I wasn't even born.
So, the host of this radio show was called Art Bell. So it says, "Dear Art, I had to fax when I heard other time travelers calling in from any time past the year 2500 AD. Please let me explain. Time travel was invented in 2034. Offshoots of certain successful fusion reactor research allowed scientists at CERN to produce the world's first contained singularity engine. The basic design involves rotating singularities inside a magnetic field. By altering the speed and direction of rotation, you can travel both forward and backward in time. Time itself can be understood in terms of connected lines. When you go back in time, you travel on your original timeline. When you turn the singularity engine off, a new timeline is created due to the fact that you and your time machine are now there. Some interesting outcomes of this are: 1, you meet yourself,
Yes, please. I'd shoot myself
like
in
a
the
younger,
face.
he said he's
Wait.
even taken a younger version of himself along for a few rides before returning himself to the new timeline and going
I have
back
a
to
Wait,
it.
this
question.
time traveling backwards only.
No.
Yeah, that sounds fucking. That sounds. Sorry. The idea of the fact that you can travel back in time and kill yourself doesn't make sense because then you won't live for long enough to travel back in time and kill
But
yourself.
it's a different timeline.
Yeah, like
It's just
it
Doctor Who
happens.
type shit, really, isn't it?
Yeah, it's confusing.
Beth, your question.
Okay, so I said if I could go back in time, I'd shoot myself in the face, right?
Yeah.
Better suicidal. Keep her on the
But-
suicide watch.
How would that work? Because
You'd die too.
No, you.
no, but then technically there would be nobody to shoot me in the face.
Oh fuck.
Well,
things that
what?
you would be going
unexplained.
back in.
Because
It's
if
a
I
different.
went back in,
So think of it like a parallel universe.
there'd be nobody shooting me in the face because I would already be dead.
But in that parallel universe, you exist and you go and shoot yourself in the face. But in your actual proper timeline, it's a different universe. So you're.
So how many
like-
versions of me exist, and how many timelines
God.
are there?
Unlimited.
It's a bit like the
Unlimited.
cat in the box, really.
See,
It's
do you
like
see
if
why I got really interested by this topic? Like,
This
Because I
sounds
can't. I could only shoot myself once, and then there'll be nobody else to.
Yes.
So I wouldn't age enough to then go back in time to shoot myself again.
Did
So-
any of you
do you want me
watch
to?
Flash?
Do you want me to keep reading because there is more information about
Wait,
it.
wait, wait. Did any of you watch like Flash, the TV show?
No.
some of
No.
it, yeah.
Yeah, that they had like this with like different timelines and
You have
like
different
traveling
types of
fast enough.
flashes.
Yeah, it's just
Speed
fucking
of light, innit?
yeah, really
Yeah.
confusing.
What was Can I talk about the cat in the box like theory?
Is this the
Oh, you're gonna
Schrodinger's
say
cat
that.
theory?
It probably.
I'll touch on that when I've finished
Do
reading
it.
the facts because it is related in this.
Yeah.
So, continuing the facts. So it says the second thing that you'll find as an interesting outcome is you can alter history in the new universes that you have just created. So most of the time the changes are subtle. Sometimes you'll notice car models that don't exist or books that come out late. It says, unfortunately, it was discovered that anyone going forward in time from his time in 2036 hit
It
a
was
brick
discovered.
wall. Hit a brick wall in the year 2564. It says, please pray that we discover the reason why there is no apparent future after 2564.
What do you mean they discovered? Like multiple people knew?
So this is basically what they've said is that CERN. Do you know what CERN is?
No.
No.
CERN is that big particle collider in Switzerland and all that kind of stuff. The Large Hadron Collider. Spencer, we need your science.
I know what it is. They're trying to recreate the Big Bang, aren't they?
Yeah, that's
Oh,
exactly
that
what they're doing.
thing.
Yeah,
That,
yeah,
that
yeah.
thing.
Spencer's
smart.
too busy texting with his feet on the windowsill.
He's busy telling me I have a big cock.
Okay.
You do.
Thank you. That nice to know that's on the internet and there for evidence purposes. I have a
Hey,
massive
Vicky.
cock.
I mean,
Gish evidence.
Are you
I'm
sure
not
about
gonna
that?
go there. I'm just not gonna go there.
Anyway, hydrogen collider where they're making. Weren't they supposed to start that up a few years ago? But then
No, it's been
there's
started.
like
It's been running for
I
ages.
swear like the first few times they were supposed to start up, like something happened, like a fish and chips or was in it, or like a bird was in it or something. Like it was like nature's way of saying don't start it.
Or maybe it's people from the future.
What, dropping their
back.
fish and chips?
God,
no.
imagine. They don't
Hey.
want them to discover time travel, so they're just dropping their fish and chips in a Large Hadron Collider.
No, but like generally, I'm pretty sure I'm not. I'm not set up, so I can't type it in. I might type into my phone, but I'm pretty sure the hydrogen collider was supposed to be turned on 2 or 3 times before it actually got turned on. That's
You
why I was
could be
questioning if
right.
it actually got turned on.
You could be right, but
Because
it is
was
turned
delayed.
on. It's been turned on for a while because that's how they discovered the Higgs boson theory and the Higgs boson particle.
So when are they going to recreate the?
Spencer's nodding. You're muted, Spencer.
You're muted.
Wait, so when are they going to start the Big Bang again?
Well, it doesn't mention that. What it says though is that they discover. Hold on, let me find it again. It was invented in 2036. Offshoots of certain successful fusion reactor research allowed scientists at CERN to produce the world's first contained singularity engine, which involves rotating singularities inside a magnetic field.
It's better no. Stop,
Which is-
stop with the big words. It's just smashing atoms together, basically.
And making
Yeah.
a black hole.
And when are they supposed to do
Yeah,
this?
they're trying to replicate the energy needed what created the Big Bang.
Yeah, but
That-
when are we supposed to do that? Is there a date that we're gonna try and do it, or is it just
No, it's an ongoing
No, it's
thing.
always in use. It's always
Yeah,
in
they're trying.
use.
They're always trying to do it. They've just never successfully been able to do it.
Like atoms are always fucking getting thrown at each other.
They basically collide
Basically,
particles and then
Some way of saying
watch how they interact and what happens.
it. Mhm.
They watch the nanoseconds after it to see what happens. But going back to the actual topic. So when you travel in time, what they're saying is you start basically a new, different, alternative universe. You can travel forwards and backwards in time from your original timeline, and you can go back to your original timeline, but whenever you travel to a different point is when this alternate universe opens up, basically.
Sorry, I was just quickly searching, and there's an article
pretty cool.
from the Quartz in 2017 titled "This is what happened to the scientist who stuck his head inside the particle accelerator."
I saw that earlier, I'm sure.
A scientist put his head inside. What
I
a
don't know
fucking
why
idiot.
you would put your head inside a particle accelerator, but each to their
When it
own.
was, yeah, as far as 2018, was operated by the European Organization for Nuclear Research. I don't know. There's a lot of text. There's a lot of reading. There's no TLDR. Why do news articles not have TLDRs? He's still alive apparently, but half of his face is paralyzed, giving one hemisphere of his head
Basically.
a strangely young appearance. So one side of his face is young, one side of his face is old, and the young side is paralyzed.
Huh?
Okay.
That sounds like his problem.
It left him
So-
with a mild or absent seizures, far less dramatic spells, which consciously were briefly interrupted. There's no reports of him ever being diagnosed with cancer, although that is an often long-term consequence of radiation exposure. Basically, he's fine, apart from half of him is paralyzed and young. So if you stick your head in it, you're fine. Sorry, a bit off topic,
I mean,
but I just
It's
just
relevant.
Fun fact. Fun fact:
wanna
if you
stick my
stick
head
your
in
head in a collider, you'll be fine.
so
The
anyway,
eye dropout sticker heads in the collider thing.
yeah, let's go. Let's go to CERN and let's just put our heads in it and see what happens.
Yes, please.
Anyway,
Oh, by the way, sorry. Also, last
Bloody
thing to go
hell,
back to
here
what I
we
was saying
go.
about. Last thing goes back to they were supposed to turn it on in 2009, but a bird dropped a bit of a baguette into the machine, causing it to overheat, so they couldn't turn it on. I was close with what I said. It was a baguette, and it was a bird.
Why you touch my baguette?
So yeah, it was actually delayed because a bird dropped
a bit of
food
baguette.
into it, and it overheated.
Baguette.
I mean, that'd make some.
Baguette?
That'd be some fucking toast.
Also, quite ironic that it's also the 11th anniversary or 10th anniversary recently of it.
Wait, if you think about it, that means that the Large Hadron Collider actually used microwaves to make toast.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, that. Oh God, no.
Anyway, Campbell, back to the topic. Sorry, I kind of took you off by talking about
No,
birds,
that's-
baguettes, and
That's
someone's face is being paralyzed.
That's fine. So, what happened? So, that wasn't the only interaction this guy, John Teeter, had. So, after
What a name.
basically that show went off air a few years or later that year or something like that, and he moved from the radio show to online bulletin boards. Now, this is in 2000, so this is the days of dial-up. This is like your old stick your AOL disc in and dial up, and you can't be on the phone at the same time as using the internet days. So this guy went on a thing called the Time Travel Institute forums, and on the 2nd of November 2000, with the username TimeTraveler0, he put the message, "Greetings, I am a time traveler from the year 2036. I'm on my way home after getting an IBM 5100 computer system from the year 1975. My time machine is a stationary mass temporal displacement unit manufactured by General Electric." Now, this is a lot of big words, by the way, and even I don't know what they fucking mean.
This sounds like someone who's just gone to a thesaurus and typed in as many words as they can already.
Wait for it.
So how...
Just you wait for the next sentence. It's even worse. So it says, the unit is powered by two top-spin dual positive singularities that produce a standard offset Tipler sinusoid.
Quickly,
Yeah.
before you continue, who here believes in time travel? You should have probably asked
What?
this.
No,
to
not
start.
yet.
I probably
We messed this
should.
up in episode 2 where we just didn't talk
No,
about like, who believed in
who
ghosts
believes in
halfway
it?
through.
'Cause,
I
like,
don't believe in time travel.
I
do you think it'll ever be a possibility, Joe?
I'm open
Uh,
to it
oh,
being
I mean, as
possibility.
Einstein once said, to go back in time, you need to go to the speed of light. And we can't do that yet.
So is it a possibility in the future? Because you said we can't do that yet.
Maybe in 100 years.
What
I
about
feel
we
it's
might be
possible,
like-
but not in our life.
I don't-
what about
we
black
can't get it
holes
back.
though?
Black holes, they are true.
Yeah,
We've seen them.
spaghettification, baby.
We've seen one, haven't we?
Gamification.
We've got a picture of one for the
Yeah, we've
first
got
time.
pictures and stuff of a black hole.
Yeah,
Kinda
but that's only
beautiful.
recently we've actually able to take a picture of one.
Is it just me who thinks it's kind of beautiful?
It-
Even though
no,
it's, like,
I honestly
mass
think-
destruction.
It is absolutely insane.
Fair enough. Beth, do you believe in time travel in our lifetime?
Not yet. Oh,
No?
in our life, probably not. No,
No,
I
but
plan on
in
dying
the
at 40,
future,
so
in the future,
maybe.
maybe one of our grandkids will rescue us with a time travel machine.
Or maybe one of our
Hey, yo,
grandkids might
what do you
cause
mean?
a natural, a disaster.
What, grandkids? Is that a hint that you want to have kids after kids are kids?
Shut the fuck up.
Hey, yo, Beth. They were...
Hey, yo,
Get
right.
prepared, homie.
Hey, yeah, there's no ring yet. Homie, I'm free.
Free
You know, if you have
premarital
grandkids,
kids.
that means
Nah,
your
we ain't doing
kids
that.
have to have sex. Not
I'm assuming-
Premarital hand-holding.
I'm
We
assuming,
don't do that
Campbell, you
yet.
believe in this, by the way.
Huh?
I'm asking Campbell, does he believe in this?
Persuade us,
I'm
Campbell.
open to it. I'm
No,
absolutely
in the
open
future,
to it.
obviously, but not now.
Yeah, no, I'm open to the idea
I think we're
of
all
I
under the same
reckon
consensus
tomorrow.
that it's not tomorrow, but sometime in the very far
Next
future.
week, maybe.
yeah, yeah,
You never
maybe
know. You never
maybe
know.
next week.
Jack,
Yeah.
just because you want to go back in time and fix the result that's happening tomorrow on Friday in the England-Scotland
Nah,
game.
that'll be you that won't change the result.
Nah. This man invents time travel just
In the
put
way
it
of
all in-
in the way of time
Scotland.
travel, you can look at it in multiple ways from your own perspective. You can say like, how do you know you haven't met a time traveler? How do you know that somebody
How
that's
do you know that DJ Big Mac's not a time traveler and he's trying to tell us about time travel?
We don't.
Did any
exactly?
you know DJ Big Mac when he was 5? I don't
Yes.
think so.
I used to watch him.
I'm just saying.
Well, there you go. I could be. I might be this John Teeter
If you
guy.
did have time travel, what event would you go back and stop?
That's a good question.
You know when Hitler was gonna kill himself?
Gee,
Holy shit. Straight in
I
with
have
that
to
one.
kill him. Yeah, because I
but
want.
no one would know you've killed him.
Well,
Yeah.
then I'd bring his head out, wouldn't I?
Yeah, but by saying I've killed Hitler, they go, "Who are you?" You'd go, "I'm Joe from the year 1972."
I'm
They'd be like,
Minecraft boy.
"What?"
I'm on Twitch. You can follow me on Twitch.
Like
you don't know what all it is, but you will in a couple
Point.
hundred years.
Tell your grandkids
if you
they'll
were to
love
go
it.
back in time to kill baby Hitler, how would you kill baby Hitler?
drown him.
You
Drown
never
it?
seen fucking Doctor Who?
No, I'm not a nerd.
Yeah, neither.
Neither.
Just nobody. Okay.
I have.
I have. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I had you know what's the metal
The,
Cyberman.
the Cyberman.
Cyberman. I had one of the little helmet things and it made noises in there.
The
Have you
only
not
one I
seen the
haven't
episode
watched
where they
is the
kill
latest
Hitler?
ones.
Do they actually?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do they do it?
We killed him.
Spoilers.
Spoilers, God.
Spoilers, guys.
The episode maybe
Now
now
tell
in
me.
like
Spoiler alert.
Yeah,
Woo!
it's old now. It's like old, but
I think
hey.
they just. I can't remember exactly how they shoot. Oh, do they shoot him? I don't know.
Yes. know how
I
they
think
shoot
they
him.
shoot him, but I'm not.
I can't
100%.
remember.
Should I
It's too long
search
ago
it
for
up?
me to remember.
How
That's not the main part of that episode. I
How
just
they
want to
hit
point
kill
out.
Hitler?
It's really
How
not.
did
That's
they kill
like
Hitler in
Doctor
Doctor Who?
Let's have a look.
Is it a Dalek?
Hey, on off related
I don't know.
episode, but
Oh,
when
yeah.
David
The TARDIS crashes into Hitler's office.
when David Tennant was the Doctor and the TARDIS lost control and randomly started teleporting, one of the locations it teleported was Charlton Athletic Football Club, of which my dad was there and took a picture next to the actual TARDIS when they were filming.
Wow,
Fun fact.
congratulations.
Sure.
Oh,
I
that was
met,
your
um,
story. I thought it was just this random kid's story.
I met Mini Matt Smith once.
Cool.
Wow,
Matt
you
Smith,
have
was,
such
Matt
an
Smith was a
interesting
shit Doctor,
See-
but anyway.
It's
He was
interesting that
hot.
it's interesting that we went on to the topic of what would you prevent if you could, or what would you do if you could go back in time.
I would stop
Nothing.
England from winning the World Cup so
Uh,
they can
I
shut
would-
up about that
I
shit.
would go
Shut
back,
you-
and I'm
just
gonna
shoot
I'm going to
Bucky
probably be called fucking Greta Thunberg, but warn people about global warming earlier.
Nerd.
Greta
You know what?
Thunberg.
I'd go back in time till literally like maybe the 5th day of the world just being like created
What,
and that.
drop 'em off
Might
on
still
my
be a
phone.
bit hot.
And
Drop 'em off
I'll
on
just
my phone.
say, "Yeah, lads." I'll see the fish will come out. The fish will come out and watch me and
I
say,
keep forgetting Joe's religion.
"Look at this, yeah. This is what you'll be soon, lad. Just keep going in there, you know. Give him a
They just grab the
motivational
gun.
speech. Yeah, motivational speech, like you got this, homie. Anyway, I'm gonna kill myself. I'm depressed. But you'll know what that means in a couple of years.
I feel like you should go back in time to cavemen and hand them a fucking gun.
iPhone.
Oh,
iPhone.
oh.
iPhone.
Fucking caveman.
What does
gun.
this do? Boom, boom. That's the start of racism.
I wonder if he'd then go in and eventually turn the world into a fucking whatever when one person rules it and there's no
dictatorship.
democracy. Yeah, that one caveman becomes a dictator with his gun.
Capitalism.
Yeah,
It starts.
Anyone,
Probably don't
anyone who
even know how
stands
to
in his
use
way,
it.
this man just bang.
and ends up being Caveman Hitler.
Give me the shiniest rocks you have. If you don't give me them every week, you're fucking dying. What? I'm sorry, man.
Who?
It just has to go like this.
Going back to our original topic.
Sorry
'Cause
about that.
There's lots of tangents today. This is chaotic, but oh well. So going back to the
Just
original
telling me it's not
topic.
normally.
Oh no, it is normally. Going back to the original topic. So it was interesting that you went to the what would you go back to and what kind of stuff. So the next post, one of the next posts on a forum, what he said is, would I be any more believable if I told you I had just stopped a horrible event and you wouldn't hear about it because it didn't happen? I don't want the responsibility of it being expected to know who lives and who dies. I know it would change me for the worse. Besides, how can you be sure my inaction now is a result of something I've already isn't a result of something I've already screwed
Yeah.
up and I'm trying to fix it? The example of not preventing Pearl Harbor relates to Y2K. Have you considered that I might already have accidentally screwed up your world line?
The Mao.
So
I
you
was
say
wondering-
he's
that also
a-
links
I
back
would,
to
I
them.
would want to know what he stopped though. I would want to know what was going to happen. That he
So-
stopped.
Funny,
Even
you
if it
should
was
say
bullshit.
that.
Oh.
So what it
9/11.
says is there's basically he gave a load of predictions and events and things like that that potentially was going to happen. Some of it didn't happen, but a lot of it did happen. So what he says is the Civil War in the United States will start in 2004. I would describe it as having a wacko type event every month that steadily gets worse. The conflict will consume everyone in the US by 2012 and end in 2015 with a very short World War III. Obviously that didn't happen.
Uh-huh.
Did someone stop the recent World War III when Trump almost started it over Twitter?
Well, there we
Iraq.
go.
Modern war.
There was the whole shit in Iraq, wasn't there?
There was.
America
There was.
got involved, and the UK got involved, and then Russia got involved. And that's basically the world, isn't it?
Yeah, a world war is when there's multiple countries at war.
Is it?
That is true.
Where
So-
was Papua New Guinea in World War Two?
Dead.
Still where it is today. Didn't move much.
Just above Asia. Australia, sorry.
Fucking nerd. Going back, so I said earlier that this guy he'd gone to 1975 to go and get an IBM 5100 computer. So the reason for that, and this is gonna get quite computer nerdy soon.
Oh
you're gonna have-
no.
You're gonna have to break down terms.
I'll break
okay,
it down.
Campbell, be prepared.
I'll break it down.
Okay, go on. Drop the robot there.
I just saw a sentence that I didn't want to see, but I'll read it anyway.
Are
'cause
we
it's
talking about
funny.
the cat subject yet?
We'll get back to that. Remind me later. So
Joe, make a note, otherwise he's gonna forget.
Cat.
Just
say
say
Alexa.
7 minutes cut.
cat.
Set a cat reminder in 10 minutes. We got him.
It's gonna be
Let's
like
go.
Nice.
your Alexa's gonna be like, remembering to feed the cat, and it's like, I didn't ask it to feed it. Anyway,
Joe
so
likes to feed
the
the
IBM
cat.
5100. So here is a post from the 1st of February 2001. So it says, the 5100 had a very simple and unique feature that IBM did not account for and decided it was not in their best interest to advertise, which in hindsight was not very smart. This accidental feature was thus removed from any future desktop computers. In order to take advantage of this feature, the 5100 I have now required a couple of special tweaks that had to be done by one of the software engineers in 1975. Anyone who is familiar with this feature and was told to keep their mouth shut about it will be able to tell you what this is. yes, we still have toilet issues, and some people still suffer from extreme anal fixation. Um, that was literally a
What?
sentence on the post, and I don't know where that come from, but I
Anal.
had to read it anyway because it said anal.
Funny.
Ah, you're funny.
So
Funny word.
now
You're
I'm
funny.
gonna get
Funny
into
looking.
I'm gonna get into some insane
Nerd shit.
nerd shit here. So
I'm going to bed.
okay, basically, at that time in 2001, there was a feature with the IBM 5100 machine, which is a real machine, by the way, that was very, very little
Really?
known. It was, yeah. And the only people that, funny enough, knew about it were the IBM engineers at the time. It was, it was a feature that they didn't advertise at all, and in fact, they were told to keep their mouths shut about it. I was actually genuinely considering emailing IBM and asking them about that, but then I thought it's probably not a good plan. But basically, this machine could decompile or take apart programming languages like APL, which is literally a programming language, BASIC,
Apple.
and some system language. So they could run this little trick in the machine to get it to read these legacy languages. But nobody knew about that at the time. So it's interesting that he's mentioned this in 2001, yet he was right about it. And that's not something that you're going to go, oh yeah, this one, I'm not going to turn around now and go, oh yeah, my machine can do this that nobody else's machine in the world can do. That's not a kind of random guess. That's a pretty accurate, that's pretty spot on.
Pretty spot on.
So,
Bless you.
it was okay.
Sorry, Jack sneezed.
All right, okay. So I find that I don't know how to feel about that. I want your guys' thoughts because for me that almost in a way pushes the proof of time travel, but at the same time, who's to say that this guy, like this person that was making all of this up, was not somebody who worked for IBM and thought, oh, this will be fun. Just an elaborate prank. What's everyone's thoughts on that?
It literally could be.
Just
I
a
feel like
prank,
it
right?
could be.
It definitely is.
I thought that was definitely an interesting thing because, right, fair enough, and right enough, they didn't advertise the feature. It wasn't something that they advertised, and it was only, I think it was 2004, 2005 that it came out as an actual thing that they'd said, yeah, no, this is a thing, and they acknowledged it. So that's an interesting one, considering that I was posted in 2001.
Pretty cool.
I mean, I feel like it just back then it didn't exist, so they just made it up. But then I feel like if I'm saying time travel can maybe exist in 100 years, then he would have just time traveled very far down the line,
Yeah.
and
So
that's why it just hurts me.
when you're speaking about, we're I'm full of segues today. This is great. When you're talking about going down the line and going time traveling down the line and things like that, so what they said in an interview in 2005, in February 2005, was the universe is made up of infinite world lines where everything is possible and has a 100% chance of happening. Therefore, there are no paradoxes. So this is where the cat thing comes in.
Yes,
So Joe, do you wanna?
it's called Cat in the Box.
It's called
Theory.
Schrodinger's cat. It's the Schrodinger's cat
Meow.
paradox.
So basically, I want everybody to close their eyes. All the podcast listeners, close your eyes. And just think of a nice little cardboard box So nice and comfortable. And you go to open the cardboard box and there's a cat inside.
Meow.
And he's just chilling there looking at you,
Wolf.
sitting down in the box. In a parallel universe. What if you open the box and the cat's dead?
You're
Whoa.
you're
Somebody.
kind of
It's a bit work.
simplifying this.
I know, that's the whole point. So it's just to all of the, the people who aren't nerds like you, just, And
So
if there's, in another parallel verse, you open the box and there's not even a cat in there. Thank
so
you
just
guys
to
for listening.
I'm
What if you just don't even open the box? That's another reality.
just to
You just say-
explain the actual paradox that is the Schrodinger's cat paradox, the Schrodinger's box paradox. Basically what it is there's a cat in a box, and there is
What will he do?
a string. I think it's a string and some poison. So what happens is they pull the string to set the poison off, but the box is closed and you can't see inside it at all. You don't know what's going on inside the box. But you don't know 100% that poison's been set off and the cat's dead. So basically the way the Schrodinger's cat paradox works is there's two situations that could happen, but you don't know what situation it is until you open the box and see for yourself. For the time that box is closed, that cat could be either dead or alive. The poison could have gone off or it could have not gone off. But you don't know that until you open the box and see for yourself.
And this
Well, I
can
mean,
be
if you
played
wait-
in many
I mean, if you-
reasons.
I mean, technically, if you wait a while, the decaying corpse will begin to smell.
Bro. No, I mean, like, this can play into literally all lives. Like, you could think, I could have just said, "Oh, I'm not feeling to go to this podcast right now," and I could be asleep right now. But obviously I'm here. It can do anything really. It's just it's the matter of things what you can do and what the outcome's gonna happen.
I personally think that when you go to sleep, it's an alternate you control the conscious of an alternate universe.
That isn't. That I think that could be another topic in and of itself.
You've just been watching Rick and Morty too much, lad.
No, genuinely.
That could honestly be another topic in and of itself.
Yeah.
Would
So-
be cool though.
It would be pretty cool.
Because aren't there people who can like control their dreams?
That's called lucid dreaming. I really want to try that.
I think
I don't.
I've managed to do it once, and it was years and
Are you
years
high on
ago.
LSD?
No, I can.
For legal reasons, no.
I can. No, I can remember doing it. I can remember doing it once, and it was when it was before. All I know is it was before 2010 because I was at an old house, and basically I felt like I was flying, and
Wee.
I can remember it really clearly.
It's like the being on a swing concept.
Yeah,
When you close your eyes, you start feel like rocking back and forth, like you feel yourself rocking like you're on a swing.
but
Kind
the
of
way
weird.
Don't they say, if you're dreaming and you're falling, if you don't touch the bottom, you're dead or something? Like you die in real life.
I don't know.
Uh,
I
Guys,
mean, I don't know how they would
I
know
never
that.
touched the bottom.
guys, Alexa's going off saying your reminder's going off. Cat. Alexa, shut up.
Shut up, you slag. No, you slag.
So I mean, it's quite an interesting one. Like with lucid dreams, I managed to do it once, and I remember I felt like I was flying, and I remember floating down the stairs in zero gravity, and I remember being able to like grabbing onto things and like pushing myself down the stairs and like flying around the house, and then trying to go to school and just flying around the town. And
That's pretty cool.
And that's just that, like, I fully, absolutely felt like I was in that situation. Like, I can still remember the feeling of it and everything. It was bizarre.
I really
I-
want to try it though.
Actually felt like I was in that situation, and then I woke up and I was like, "Oh fuck, I'm not flying."
Because apparently, like, if you can like go into your mirror, like you can literally just go through it.
Yeah,
It's
whatever
it's
you
so
can-
sick.
Whatever you can think of happens.
But the thing is, though, you have to like relax or you'll wake up. So that's obviously it's hard for me because of my anxiety. So I guess like I think I try to do it. What you do is every now and then you look at your hands and you count your fingers. So then your brain will process that you've got to do it every day. So while you're in your dream, the dream you will look down on your hands, notice that's not how many amount of fingers I've got. Realize you're in a dream, and that's how you go from that. So what? The thing what happened with me is I looked down. And I've got 6 fingers out of all 10. I literally I was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. Oh, I think I'm in a dream, lads. So I get out my chair, and I just got really anxious that I'm in a dream. And I literally, this is how I can describe it. It's like, you know when you see a glitch or something in a game where like their body just goes like that. It just stretches out. I feel like that just happened, and I woke up, and I got really anxious about it. I was like, oh, am I finally in a lucid dream? Wait, I'm in a fucking lucid dream. Just fucking woke up.
Supposedly, if you're in a lucid
Same.
dream and you look at text, it's like just 2 random words, and then you look away and look back, and it's 2 other completely random words. So you could look at a thing that says rubbish bin, but actually when you look at it in a lucid dream, it says garlic bread.
Garlic
That's
bread.
actually
Oh, I
just
would
called
love some garlic
Garlic
bread.
bread.
Garlic bread.
Well, we've moved off the topic of fucking time travel, haven't we,
It's a
lads?
garlic bread.
We have
Garlic
Garlic
bread.
garlic
bread.
bread.
That reminds me of
Garlic
beer, okay?
bread.
Garlic bread.
Garlic bread.
Yes.
Yes.
I like garlic bread. Garlic bread's good.
It is
So-
lovely.
Basically, the ending to it all in the way of this story, and I have really, really cut that story down a lot. Like if you wanna go and read about it, there's some really, really, really good articles about it. There's one on Thrillist.com. I can leave a link. I'll put a link in the YouTube description, so go over to YouTube and click it there. It is a really, really good kind of timeline of everything that happened. It's a really, really big read, but it's amazing. It's all like it really does make you think. So basically there was a last message on the 24th of March 2001, which is really strange considering there was other posts made and stuff in 2005, which was supposedly a clone. Beth.
From Star Wars.
Okay.
Kios.
So you know the game Portal.
Yeah.
Do you
Yeah.
think that'll ever be possible?
Huh?
I mean, that's a
I've-
completely different thing.
Honestly,
Not really.
Wait, what?
honestly, I think it will.
Portal.
Portals.
We can have like go from one place to another.
I mean, it's the same
Yeah,
as speed of
nicely,
light,
maybe.
really.
I mean,
Which is time travel.
haven't they already teleported like photons or something to a different location? I'm sure they teleported some particles to a different location. I'm sure they've actually done that already.
Bro, that'd be sick.
But it's
I
only
mean, and
like,
it'd be the same thing with
it's very, very, very small, like on the atom scale of things.
and it'd be very dangerous. Like in Dobby, where he died because of like his heart was like gone or some shit. Yeah. Shit like
Well,
that.
he got stabbed. What do you mean? He got stabbed by a stag.
No, I'm talking about.
spoilers.
I'm talking about where the
Fucking
twins
I
like
don't fucking care.
their limbs like changed when they teleported. Be like that, really. Because if
It's
you're
like-
trying to trade
be like-
atoms,
Stand still when you're trying to teleport, and it takes like 5 minutes. You got to try and stand still for 5 minutes. Like, yeah, if you don't stand still, the teleport will fucked up. And you know those filters that like move across the screen? It'd be like that, where you've just got your arms like a fucking. It looks like a slinky gone
or
wrong.
like fucking Willy
You
Wonka.
can never stand still.
No, you can't.
You're always moving.
Especially not me and Joe. But
Josh and shaky hands.
Tremor joke.
yeah, we'd end up
Old
we'd
man.
end up coming out looking like a
Parkinson's.
fucking.
Aha.
We'd end up coming out looking like a
Oh
crinkled
shit, I haven't
crisp.
took my meds today. Just a sec.
Okay, sad boy.
So while the boy's gone, the
Just be
girl's
happy.
gone, the sad one's gone. One of the sad ones.
One of them.
So on March
Yeah.
24th, 2001, he posted his
Ah, I wasn't born.
he posted his last message to a forum saying, "I'll be leaving this world line shortly, and this will be my final post. There are only a handful of people who will know exactly when I will be leaving, and I'm sure they will let you know when I'm gone," which could go back to that clone thing from earlier. So it says, "In the last few days, I've found your choice of topics quite interesting and found an objective viewpoint I think is collectively answers one of your questions. If time travel is real, where are all the time travelers? In the past, I've stated that quite frankly, you all scare the hell out of me, and I'm sure other temporal drivers would feel the same. But now I have expanded exploration with 2 examples. And it's basically when they were driving down the highway, every now and again they'd pass someone who was in obvious distress, and they were amazed that so many people could pass them without stopping to help. The explanation was fear. The risk of helping someone was too great, and with today's technology, they probably had a cell phone anyway. If they didn't, the walk to a gas station would be good for them and teach them a lesson for running out of gas." Okay, everybody's doing the hand phone thing. And the other example is the plight of the homeless. When you pass and like an individual on the street, you see the way that people selectively choose an alternative path to avoid them. And those 2 examples best define why time travelers do not show themselves. In trying to help you, they put themselves at a great risk, and there's really no point to it. They know the nature of the time dictates that travelling between exact world lines is impossible. Therefore, the only result they will see will be the ones that they stay to see. Since world lines, outcomes, and events are infinite, they have better things to do. When they arrive in the new world in 1998 world line, on the way home, they could easily start all of this conversation again and continue with all the same people. However, we already know you won't pay any attention or believe because they've already been through it on this world line.
In another world line, I wouldn't have a Greg sausage roll right now.
And then at the bottom he signs off with, bring a gas can with you when the car dies on the side of the road. Farewell."
But you don't know if your car's gonna die on the side of the road.
Or do you? Can you time travel and figure that out?
Yeah, if I could time travel, I'd just travel to the place I needed to go.
Or you could just... I mean, that's not how time travel works.
Or, how about this, lads? If time travel works,
That's just normal
future
travel.
self, future Joseph, come in my room right now.
Get a tap.
How
doesn't
funny,
work.
how
The
funny
way
would it
you
be?
know- No,
I would have
time
literally
travel
shot
works-
myself.
If time travel works, my great descendant, please show me a sign.
no, get a tattoo of like a specific date.
Fuck you,
come back to,
Jack.
and if nothing happens then you know time travel won't exist in your time unless if
There
you
was a
choose
voice.
The thing is,
But
like,
it's
you
like
can,
fucking Futurama thing.
can you imagine if Joe's fucking future self comes
I
through the
literally
door and
would have
just
shot
punched him in the
myself.
face? Just gave him a
Fucking
Is this
proper
what you
right
want,
hook.
bitch?
Would slap him silly and send him on the right fucking path.
Fucking stop being sad.
Yeah.
Just be happy.
Be happy.
happy, mate. What's the fuck you sad about? Grow up.
Why
So-
are you so sad? There's McNuggets.
I'll give you something to be sad about. Your parents are dead in the future.
What the fuck?
Or yours, Phoenix. Shut up.
What's everybody's viewpoint on that? On the John Teeter situation? What do you think? Do you think it happened? Do you think?
He's
I think
lying.
it's
It's all BS.
I think it's someone seeking attention.
Yeah.
Hardcore attention.
He's
seeker.
got a lot of money for seeking attention.
I think it's
Yeah,
just
but
there's no
lucky
proof.
guesses and
There's no proof that he has any of this.
Yeah,
Like, there's no
if you're
proof. that-
really from the future, bring a picture, you idiot.
Well, like no,
He,
but like,
he did take a picture of his time machine and post it. That is online.
Yeah, but
He can make that up.
that's just
It's a
bollocks.
cardboard box, homie.
Nobody. The thing is, though, nobody has disproved it.
Yeah, but he hasn't proved it because he's afraid to ruin the timeline. So he can't prove it and he can't disprove it. So it's a lose-lose
He needs
situation.
to
I
shut
feel like
up.
it's someone with a lot of free time who wants attention. The idea of it, I don't think is like too far-fetched. That's why we probably believe it, and some people believe it more than others. But it's shit. Let's be fucking
I mean,
honest.
the story itself does have a lot of holes in it.
Hey yo, handstand.
Oh god.
Spencer is currently upside down. For any
No, he's
audio
just turned
listeners.
his camera upside down.
I
he's
got
upside
you. I got
He's
you.
So has that story changed anybody's kind of viewpoint on
No.
time travel at all?
no, I think it's a couple of lucky guesses and got people believing him.
I mean,
And just
like more in
time.
general, has it changed your view on time travel? Whether it's a possibility or whether it's something that
No.
No,
No, it's still kind of the same.
no, it hasn't.
Spencer's showing a bit much skin
Stop.
there for my
Stop.
liking.
Stop. Stop.
Yeah, I think when I first heard the story, it did change my. I mean, it changed my perspective of the whole way of
Interesting.
looking at it, because of the different, like the idea of different world lines and that dump truck that Spencer's got there. I think that the different timelines and everything kind of, that whole perspective thing really changed my way of looking at it. Beth, you good?
Yo, she just attacked me. She wouldn't let go, homie. Oh.
Yeah, she's a cute cat though. She's a cute cat.
She is really cute, but she gets a little bit into a fuss, and then she's like, she just won't let go. And she's known for biting, so.
Tell you what, the video for this is going to be really interesting. Just watching
Yeah,
Spencer
Holmes, can you
doing
just
roly
maybe flash you
polies. But either way, is there any other anybody got any questions about that or any further things to add?
Where do babies come from?
They
How do
time
you
travel
make it
from
Where you
another
ask that every
place.
time. Oh, sorry, Fitz.
And nobody gives me the answer, so I've got to fucking ask it every episode.
Maybe we can do
When
an
a man and
episode
a
on
woman-
where babies came from.
No.
Hey! Education.
And
Well,
we'll
we
have
can
a
go
live
into the
example
education
of
thing.
how babies are made. No,
Oh,
What? No.
Oh,
Hold the phone. I'm the only girl here. I don't like this.
who said it'd be with you? It's me and Jack. The fuck.
But that's not how babies are made.
So
You never know.
No,
is
no, you're the
now.
one who doesn't know.
Exactly.
A baby isn't coming out the front, he's pooping it out.
but
But I'm actually coming out the front.
so yeah, no, time traveling. I think that guy's a load of shit.
I think
I
I'm
think
If you believe in him, you're a load of shit.
I'm open to it. I'm open to the thought that it could be real, but at the moment I don't have the I don't have enough proof to know that. Yeah, it's real.
Okay, so is that the story over, Campbell? You finished?
That's the story over. I hope you all enjoyed it.
Woo!
Okay,
That was a good
right.
story.
We have 2 questions this week on the advice section.
Oh,
Wait, actually?
Do we?
We have 2 questions. Are you ready?
Oh fuck
Wait,
me.
sent to us?
Question 1 is: I got drunk last night and I'm only 17. Will this affect my brain permanently?
Yeah.
Yes, you'll
Yes.
die tomorrow.
Autism.
Oh.
Really?
Jack, you
Yeah.
don't need to make this up and make a.
I'm from the
Make you feel
future,
better.
Jack.
Oh
You'll
shit!
die
from-
tomorrow.
Oh.
Oh, Vay, sorry, Vay.
They slash
they or
them
them,
will die
Sorry.
he
tomorrow.
or her.
Never drink alcohol until the minute that you turn 18 years of age.
Exactly.
So you're saying he's going to have his brain will be affected permanently
Yes.
because he's drunk at the age of
He's gonna get a hemorrhage in the morning and he's gonna die from it.
His brain's gonna leak out his bum hole.
Holy shit! This is fucking dark.
Your liver will want to die now.
Well,
Anyway,
we're
I mean,
supposed
you
to
want
like
to
stuff.
die anyway.
No, we're so good at this advice.
So-
Next question.
If you want us to come to your funeral, $5 an hour.
If you're 17, apparently,
Email us.
according to us, our advice is don't drink. That I think is a load of shit, by the way.
Tears cost
'Cause
more, £6 an hour for crying.
I'm pretty sure all of us.
Sorry for your loss.
I'm pretty sure all of us drank at the age of 17.
I think I drank before
No.
that.
Not me, homie.
Man of God
I'll tell
over
it.
here.
In Scotland,
Hold
we
on.
start young.
Hold on. Fuck off, Beth. Fuck off. Anyone who said they haven't drunk before the age of 17. There's no
I
way
haven't.
you weren't. There's no way you weren't out of. Bro, I saw you take a
I
shot
can
last
see what
episode of the
Spencer's
podcast.
doing.
You're 17 and did a shot last episode.
I mean, yesterday, I think.
And yesterday, yeah. Beth,
I didn't do
Beth,
it
you definitely
yesterday.
drank before 17.
Yeah, I was 3 and I got drunk on champagne.
I'm pretty sure
Oh.
everyone's been to like a family event as a child.
Right,
and had,
wait.
like, candy.
I remember going out. I remember going to a wedding when I was 15, and I nicked one of the glasses off the side because I thought it was orange juice, but it was Bucks Fizz, like orange juice and champagne.
It's always Bucks
I had,
Fizz
like-
that you would probably try first.
I had like 5
that was
glasses.
nice.
Oh, Shandy, Shandy.
Yeah, that's-
Boston.
Champagne, homie.
oh,
You're telling me you haven't been to a family event and they've gone, oh, you want a pint? We'll give you a shandy, and they
do you
pour
want to hear?
all the Fosters and lemonade into it.
Do you want to
and you
hear
get-
the
you get-
story of the first
Let's
time I
go,
got drunk?
Spencer.
What cider?
No, shandy. Your parents always gave you a shandy as a kid. If you're a fan, it was
And
a
it was
shandy.
at Christmas. It was a snowball.
Oh,
What's the
fuck.
second question?
Wait! Quickly, do you want to hear the story about the first time I ever got drunk?
Go on. Go
It
on.
was, the
Very
first
quick.
time I got drunk. It was 2007. So I was 9.
Oldie.
God, you're old.
No, Spencer
God,
wasn't
you're
even
old.
born.
I was on holiday in Greece,
was.
and I ordered a crepe, and that crepe had on it Bailey's and ice cream. I didn't know what Bailey's was. They loaded the Bailey's on. I had so much, and then
That
I
sounds
remember
peng, to be honest.
That does sound really good.
That sounds peng.
it was really good. I remember turning to my mum and going, "Mum, my head feels funny," and then she realized that it had Bailey's in the crepe, and she was like, "Oh shit." So I
Okay,
literally
so
got
lightweight.
drunk off of Bailey's crepe when I was 9,
Bruh. What a guy.
but it was good. So we'll have another Bailey's crepe at some point. Anyway, question 2.
Question 2 that has come to us, right? This is a dating advice question. Okay,
Oh,
boys, so
actually,
Yo, I'm good at this.
No, you're not. Let's
what
go.
advice can you give to a guy who is in love with 2 sisters?
Fuck them both.
Go for the older one.
Fuck their dad.
Depends how old the older one is, though. If they're like nearly dead, then what's the point? But
I mean, technically, if you go for both sisters, as long as they're not close to each other and don't talk and realize they're going for both, if one of them falls through and drops out, you've always got a backup option, especially if
Oh,
they're
Is
twins.
this in high school?
Just try the first one, and you're like, "Oh, I'm not a fan of her personality." Let's try the
Test the
second one.
water. Test the water.
Oh yeah, she's actually
No.
alright.
what do you mean? What do you
No.
mean? Not a good
Don't
personality?
do
You're just thinking she's a
any
shit
of this.
shag.
So, you
Hey, you
pick
can't
one
have it wet.
and-
On one, and then if you didn't like it,
Don't do any of this!
So, Beth,
Go on,
from a
man.
girl's
Beth.
perspective, if
Girl's
you had a
perspective.
sister and the guy was talking to both of you, what would you expect him to do?
He'd just have to choose one, and if that one failed, then he's
Unlucky
fucking
Jack.
both of them, I think.
Damn.
I
That's
have a
going to there.
sister. I have
Yeah,
a
you
brother.
Jack?
I mean, could be somebody
Go
that's
on,
bi.
So all of our advice is everything that Beth says not to do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Just do the opposite of what we say, basically.
What do you mean?
If you do have a question to ask for some godforsaken reason you want advice, it's the internetdropouts@gmail.com. Send us your questions and we will.
But so for the person who put the first message, I'm sorry for your loss, and it's been false. Goodbye.
Oh god, I forget he's gonna die.
He just went off camera so he could take a shot.
Wow, he's so cool.
He's a
Where's he
man.
What's he got?
What a manly man.
He's
Is
He's
he gonna
dead
do a
now.
Joe entrance like yesterday?
He's dead now because, you know, drinking.
Yeah. We'll just do the outro without him. Fuck faults.
Cool.
Yeah, fuck him.
He's kind of a dead weight anyway, so.
So Jack, where can we find the
Everyone.
links online?
If you'd like to find the links to any of our social medias, that includes the Internet Dropout social medias, our personal social medias, our Twitches and our Twitters, you can
My
go to.
OnlyFans.
There isn't the OnlyFans on there, but it'll probably be on your
Big
Twitters.
boy Beth and
Cool.
You can go to internet.dropouts.link, and that's a webpage that contains all of our information, including a beautiful picture of Campbell. Please
Underband
tell us how much you
details.
like it by tweeting at us at iDropouts on Twitter. So yeah, that's pretty much all of our social medias. We have been the Internet Dropouts. This has been another interesting episode of something very brain
Hey guys,
scratching
what
again. We're just wrapping it up, folks.
What?
We're wrapping up your
Oh, we're
body.
starting.
No.
You die
No.
tonight. Thank you all for
Anyway.
watching. Thank you all for
Anyway,
listening.
thank you everyone for listening to the podcast or watching on YouTube or watching if this is a highlight. I probably doubt the outro will be in a highlight. But thank you. We will see you in 2 weeks' time for another fun brain scratching episode. But sadly, Jack Reed probably won't join us because he's being a person who has real life and sports, which is pretty fucking just. But anyway, internet.dropouts.link. We have been the Dropouts. That's a goodbye from me and everyone else.
Bye.
From
Fuck off.
me, Minecraft boy. Goodbye, guys. Bye.